Folks, welcome to the Contrarian Trader. Thanks for stopping by. I caught some flack, mostly good feedback on the video that I did regarding Apple. I posted it last evening. So I wanted to do a follow-up to those folks that were asking me, that challenged me. They said, listen, when do you buy it at this point in time? If you're going to use charts, when do you buy it? Well, I'll refer you back to when did I write this? January 11th on my blog, thecontrariantrader.com. Is Apple buy or short? Actually, I posed the question that most people probably asking, make the call. What should I do? And I stated back then that the target on Apple was 555. I stated at that point in time that it was highly unlikely that it would see 555 again anytime in the near future. Why? It's because at 530, it was seeing stiff resistance. And if it broke below 505, that would be the time to short. Take a look at the blog, When Do I Short Apple? And I cite the price target. And I mentioned yesterday on that video that 500, they manipulated the hell out of it to keep it above 500 into earnings. And I wrote in this blog, do I buy Apple stock before earnings? I posed the question. My answer to myself is no, you don't. You don't do that. You don't play that game. Unless you're hedged, of course. If you're hedged, if you're a sophisticated investor, sure, go ahead and do it. But otherwise, don't be crazy. If you bought the put options on Apple, the front month put options, you made a killing today. Congratulations. God bless you. If you had purchased the front month call contract speculating that the stock would go up, I condone that. That's fine because you're identifying your risk up front. So, where are the charts telling me that Apple is a buy? Let's take a look. What you need to do first is you need to take a look at your weekly chart, not your daily chart, because it's too volatile. And I'll get to the daily chart and also go into a 30-minute chart as well. But what I'm looking for on Apple, it's not just going to go straight there on Friday. It may, for all I know, but I doubt it. I think there's going to be some buyers that come in, and I'll go into that in a moment. I think where we're heading on Apple, before we get a real serious bounce and a defense line, is the 422.94 level. Let's just call it 423, $423. And you can open up a trade at that level, depending upon the volume bars. If we see volume bars continue to rise, then we're going to avoid that trade because it's quite possible that this is not going to be a defense line. It could come back down into the high to mid threes. So is this an area right now that I'm eyeing as a potential point to trade Apple off of for a short covering rally? Yes, I am. However, does that mean I'm definitely going to buy here? No, it does not. I'll be sending out to members in advance of a trade what our scenarios for opening up a trade are. And I'll send out a trade alert to them advising that we haven't opened up that position. So if you please sign up for the 7-day free trial offer, no credit card required. All right, so I'll leave that at that. Let's go to the daily chart. All right, daily chart is as expected. Right? This is a brutally ugly chart. In excess of 50 million shares traded today. The probability of continued lower lows is very, very high. If you're thinking about opening up your longer-term investment in Apple on Friday morning, you're nuts. Don't do it. I showed you where on the weekly chart, this is where your buyers are, right here. Until you reach that level and you watch your volume bars and your intraday setup, you need to stay away because this might not hold either. We'll probably get here sometime next week. Let's go to that intraday chart. 30-minute chart. I'm a swing trader. So I really don't use the 15-minute charts, the 5-minute charts. I don't day trade. So I use the longer duration intraday charts, and the 30-minute is one of my favorites. Okay, taking a look at the intraday 30-minute chart, you can see in the initial time period between 9:30 and 10 o'clock Eastern time, you had your nice reversal. the stock failed and sellers just sold right into that strength on massive volume. We've pulled back. We're holding. Where do we close? Just below the morning lows at 450.66. But the stock is at extreme oversold levels on an intraday basis. So is there a good probability that on Friday morning we're going to get a short covering rally or some bargain hunters coming in? Probably, because they don't watch the charts. Or they're professional traders. They know the stock is oversold and they'll come in for a trade. They'll rally it up. They'll relieve this oversold condition. And then what you'll have is sellers coming in later in the morning, if not then in the afternoon, and selling the stock off. Now, could it close up 10, 15 points on Friday? Absolutely. You never know with these trades like this. But the probability of it holding and heading it back up to 500 before it sees 423 is highly unlikely. If you have any questions, please shoot me an email. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. The button's right down below the video. Follow me on Twitter. I like to tweet. And the like button on Facebook. If you're watching this on the homepage, please like me on Facebook. If your friends might get something out of this video, please share it with them. And folks, have a great Friday. Be careful. Use your stop losses. And if you have any questions, please shoot me an email. I don't want anybody to lose money. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.